Okay, Heidi here, and this is Heidi in the hot seat, and it's 10 of your questions in under 10 minutes or less. So, can she do it this time? Let's see. I have not made it in exactly 10 minutes, so we're gonna try. Start the clock now, go. Okay, Doreen. Hey, Heidi Easley. People are doing lives in buy-sell trade groups. Have you done lives in there? Yeah, well, I have actually uploaded video in buy-sell trade, but I did see that feature. You can now do lives and buy-sell trade. So I will be experimenting with that, and I will let you know how it goes. But definitely do lives in buy-sell trade and put your link at the top that leads to your Facebook events, okay? So yes, great question. Question number 2, Dina. Okay, Dina says, what tables do you guys like to use for big parties, round or rectangle? Dina, whatever tables they got are the tables I love, okay? So any tables they have. If you have the choice, I choose rectangular, but again, it's totally up to you, but I just love that the tables are there. I just want to make sure the tables are there. Okay, question number 3, Jean. Hi, Heidi Easley. This idea of painter's choice, can someone explain that to me? How do I teach it if everyone is doing a different painting? Okay, so hold the phone. Number 1, if you are brand new to this, do not do painter's choice yet, okay? Pick the design that's really popular. Maybe put up, one of the paintings here, one of the paintings here. Have your family and friends vote on it on Facebook and say, hey, which one do you like more? Kind of get an idea of what your area is liking more. Once you have this overwhelming response of which one they like more, then create a Facebook event with that one painting. However, if you are comfortable doing painter's choice like I do, what I do is I will, at a restaurant event, especially around the holidays, I will offer 2, 3, sometimes I'm a crazy woman, don't copy me, but sometimes I will offer up to 5 different ones. And the way I do that and do that successfully is I forgot to start my timer. I hope I make it. And the way I do that successfully is I will have a bag, like a gift bag that I order off of Amazon. I will have all the little plastic things that I put the paint in. It is a ton of prep work. However, when they go in to sign in, they get the sheet, basically the sheet I give you that says step-by-step directions. I print that off. I give them that, the little baggie of all the colors they need. And then I tell them at the beginning of the event, I say, hey, we have a packed house. We are going to, I'm going to be walking around and helping you the whole time. Who is doing this painting? Okay, your first step is this. And I'll quickly show them who's doing this painting. Your first step is this. And then I'll go from there. Again, it is definitely for somebody who's done this a few times. Make sure if you're just starting out and you want to try to increase your numbers. I did that to increase numbers and it really helps. Because somebody might want to do the pumpkins, but they also want to do the truck, right? So they might come to one event and then next month be like, well, I already did that. Well, if you have 2 choices, then they can still come back. Okay, the next question, we have Delana. Is there any way to show a calendar on Facebook business page to show when you are available and what is booked for private and public parties, especially since private parties have to be created through your personal page? I do not recommend posting a calendar and letting people look that way. That's just not very successful. If some of y'all have had major success with that, please prove me wrong and let me know. But in the past, I actually used to have a website with all the calendars and I would show what days are booked, what days are open. What I found is it almost looks like, like if you're at Black Friday selling, everybody's rushing to something crazy. You're like, what are they going to get? I got to get over there. Like, I need that, right? But if you look on a calendar and it shows openings forever, you're going to be like, I don't know if I want to schedule with her. So I personally do not book that way. So even though I have several parties scheduled, I still don't want everybody knowing all my business all the time. Yes, they can go research it and find it on Facebook events if they want, but they got to do some work for that. So yeah, I don't recommend that. Okay, and Carol says, this probably has been discussed in one of Heidi's videos. That's okay. My question is, do you charge more for a class when you paint on a wood palette versus canvas, door hanger? Do you charge less if the size of the painting is 8x10 canvas or if it's an 8x10 piece of wood? Just wondering. Thank you and sorry for all my questions. First off, never, ever apologize for your questions. That's why we are here to help you. And okay, so I charge anywhere from $35 for canvas on up to $40 for wood, $45 for wood. What I recommend is, especially if you're just starting, man, these dings drive me nuts. Especially if you're just starting, I recommend doing, $35, okay? Because here's the thing, the wood is not that much more expensive. If you're doing a pallet and actually having to build it, I would recommend, or you're ordering it, which is about $10 a pallet, then yes, I would charge $40, $45 a person. But canvas is $2. A piece of wood that I'm showing you to get at Lowe's for the vintage Santa, $2, right? So the expenses are very, very low. What I do recommend is if you're doing a kids party, $20. $20 a kid. You can go down to $15 a kid. I go as low as $12, but only at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is the only place I do the $12 because it's it's only an hour long. But yeah, when you're doing parties, I would try to stay away from like really small pieces for adults, because what happens is you're doing just as much work. So yeah, that's my answer. Okay, Flo, how do you clean your paintbrushes? I recommend Murphy's Oil Soap. Murphy's Oil Soap. Get it at Walmart. Don't get Murphy's Oil, get Murphy's Oil Soap at Walmart. Okay, Victoria says, I have an event coming up in 10 days. So far, no one has signed up. I've done several successful parties in the store before. I'm thinking of adding another painting to make it a painter's choice. I already have the event flyer out, but I can add to it. Have you or anyone ever changed your plan like this? Is it a bad idea? I thought maybe it could help get more people interested. Oh my gosh, Victoria, if I have posted something and nobody is signing up, you better believe I'll throw another painting on there or add another option. Yes, always be experimenting. If you have no signups and it's still a week and a half, 2 weeks out, go ahead and add like, hey, extra painting added, so excited, and then build that momentum for that. Remember, most people sign up the last 3 days. I know it's stressful, but that's just the business, okay? And Nico B says, good day, all. Good day, all. Help. I have been asked for a certificate of insurance, general liability. Do you have insurance, and if so, is it expensive? A potential restaurant gig. Here's the thing. The restaurant should have insurance to cover anything that's happening. You're coming in as a vendor. Now, there are some insurance companies where you can get what's called like an event policy, where you purchase a certain amount for an event. Because I am doing events at restaurants, at churches, their insurance is already happening, because guess what? If they slip and fall, those people aren't going to look at me. They're going to look at the restaurant, if it's that Sue happy person. If you're doing a ton of private events, you can take out, I would check with a local insurance person, or I have Geico, check with them and see what it costs. But yeah, I don't think it's too much. I personally chose not to do that because I don't do a lot of private parties anymore. And I've had a situation where I ruined someone's floor, and I just told them, like, tell me how much it is. I will pay out of pocket for it. So yeah, there are things like that can happen. So you want to be prepared, but know that when you're at these locations, they're covered. But if you're getting to a place where you're doing 100 people parties and you just want to be extra secure, then of course I would go and see if you can get like an event liability. Victoria says, ladies, has anyone ever used neon colored paint? I was thinking of using it at a children's party. Neon paint is a blast, especially around Halloween. Get those little I posted in our group those little flashlights that are black lights. Get those and let them hold them while they're painting. They will have a blast. You don't even have to have the lights off for them to see it. The kind of neon paint I recommend, go to Michael's. It's Deco Art. It says neon really big on it. A lot of times it will have a light bulb on it so it glows. Also, any white acrylic glows in a black light. All right, Terry says, what is your typical speech when meeting a restaurant owner for the first time? Hi, oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. My name is Heidi. Yes, I'm the lady who teaches paint parties. Blah, 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 blah. I just try to pretend like it's them. Okay, so I was thinking, what area were you thinking we can host this at? Okay, and we're walking and talking and blah, blah, just answering questions. Side note, before I ever go in, I say a prayer in my car, and I say, God, help me to problem solve. Because here's the thing, most of the time, if we are praying for these opportunities and these opportunities are coming, usually when we show up for them, they work so much faster than you would ever imagine. It is craziness. So a lot of times it's pretty much a short meeting. I'm setting dates. We're looking on the calendar. So have some dates kind of ready in mind. And then also be sure, because they're not the professional in this. They don't understand that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night are the best nights for this. So you want to work with them. So I'll say, okay, so what's your slow night? I'd really like to, host this on a slow night. That way, we get people in the door, they're eating and drinking, but then also it's not taking away from, any spots from your business. And they'll go, oh, well, yeah, Tuesday's kind of a slow night. Okay, great. Well, usually what works best is if we set something up at least 3 to 4 weeks out, and I can do a Facebook event and add you as a co-host. By doing that, we end up showing our event to so many more people. My goal is to have 10 ladies here, if not more, and that they're eating, drinking, and I'll encourage them to come early to order food and just have a great night. Is that something that you'd be comfortable with? And then just kind of start discussing back and forth. But anyway, it's just the beginning of building a relationship and letting them know that you're wanting to bring them business, but you're also, of course, know that the value that they're giving to you as well. All right, guys, I hope that helps. I hope I was under 10 minutes. We'll see.